Into some like lifestyle questions. How do you keep your mind and your body active?
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the school IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition. That is a tongue twister, but it goes by IIN, and it's to get your health coach certification. And I always said if I wasn't in media, because I'm definitely not smart enough in the math and science department to really be a doctor now, I would be in health and wellness and nutrition. I absolutely love it. It's my passion to exposing people to new ways of eating and working out and feeling fit, because I really believe in the motto: look good, feel good, work amazing. So I am extremely dedicated to implementing superfoods in my diet. Are you guys familiar with what superfoods are?
Yeah. Vaguely.
So some superfoods entail like avocado, goji berries, matcha green tea, acai
berries. Yeah.
hemp protein, chia seeds, almond milk. So I try to implement superfoods into my diet every day, because so many of those superfoods have great effects on your hair, on your skin, on your nails, on your energy, on your mood. So I try to do that. I actually got my whole family into superfoods. That was like an amazing feat for me. Like, my dad is obsessed with goji berries, which is And then I used to be the person that used to stress out about getting into the gym. If I didn't get into the gym, I wouldn't feel good. I would feel guilty, which I realized wasn't healthy either. Because working out should be a stress release, not a stress inhibitor. And I realized that probably what I was doing in the gym, because I was really into feeling strong and lifting weights and running on the Stairmaster, and I realized that I was just getting bulky. I like to feel more lean and long. So about 2 years ago, I completely changed my workout routine to yoga and Pilates and to hiking and to spinning, and I totally saw a shift in my body for the better. My waist totally shrunk. I had to get all of my favorite clothes taken in, and I actually work out less than I ever have, but I'm just doing the workouts that are better for my body. And everybody needs to go on that personal journey, but I always recommend people trying yoga if you haven't, because it's a life changer. And everyone who I've recommended yoga to and who does it now thanks me. So I recommend yoga for everyone.
Great. Awesome. So you do so many things, whether it be, being an entrepreneur, being a millennial lifestyles expert. So what coping skills do you use to manage stress?
Oh, that's a great one. I'm not super well with managing stress. Being extremely honest, I hold my stress internally, so I feel it in my stomach, and I get like a burning sensation, or I'll also get stress headaches. So not well really helps for me to remember to breathe, because breathing is such a stress release or stress inducer, because I tend to hold my breath when I'm stressed out. I don't know where everyone's geographically located, but being outside is like my natural drug, because if I see the sun and I can see the blue sky and I can see an ocean or some mountains, depending on where everyone is, I really let go and I start to melt away. And definitely having a support system around you. It is so important for us young women to have supportive friends, to have supportive mentors, to have supportive boyfriends or significant others, if any of you do. Only surround yourself with positivity. Within the past year, I really took it upon myself to weed out the negative. I used to just hold on to things because I thought it was because I was supposed to do it, instead of what felt best. Was that person really important in my life? Was I giving more than getting, or just was I even being heard? And your support system is really everything. you're having a good day or a bad day, you should be able to call someone, and they should be there. They should be there for you as a cheerleader, or be able to bring you back up if you are down. And so those are some of the ways that I cope with stress. But I feel like stress is always an ongoing battle, and I feel like we're always going to have to just check in with ourselves to say, okay, do I need to take a break? Do I need to unplug? Do I need to shut my computer and have some me time? Because avoiding yourself could also bring on stress too. If you're just going and you don't take a break. Everyone needs to take a break, which is why they invented the weekend.
So you were just talking about positivity, and what do you think? How can students maintain a positive outlook while dealing with the pressures of school and college?
You know, if I was in high school right now, I would feel really open-minded. I would feel really positive. Reason being is because, you know, there's so much working against us in this world today, right? Like our job certainty is very hectic. We're at 16% unemployment rate. Students are graduating with $30,000 worth of student loans. So knowing this, I feel like if I was in high school, I would take college that much more seriously. What major do I want to go into? Because what major is going to possibly make me happy, but also money? And what also major is also available for job markets out there? Like if you Google the top 10 most lucrative majors, it'll tell you what jobs are in demand, which versus what jobs are not. And I would really be smarter that way, because even if it wasn't, you know, the major that was going to bring me lifelong happiness, the amount of people that actually use their major in their life forever are so slim. So having more of a worldly experience going into, you don't need to go to the best college. You don't need to go to the most expensive college. College is the opportunity that you make it. So maybe you go to a community school. Maybe you go to a scholarship school. I know in Florida I had Florida prepaid. My boyfriend took full advantage of Florida prepaid so that he could take unpaid internship. So he was really smart that way. So he graduated with 0 student loan debt. So I would be smart in that way and kind of cheating the system. So instead of falling victim to the system, educate yourself on what's going to get you ahead in the longer run, which is what major to apply into, what internships are within that space, what college provides certain internship programs, what your college schedule will allow you to possibly have an internship or a part-time job, and start building your platform. Start building a following. Start building a presence on Twitter and LinkedIn especially, because you never know when that following is going to come to your, come to your advantage. One of the worst things I did was actually boycott Twitter. So I was 18 years old when Twitter came out, and because I was cyberbullied at that time, I said to myself, not going to sign up for Twitter. Don't need another outlet to get bullied. Worst thing I did, because one, I let the bully win, and two, I left out, there was so much time where I could have been networking with people and meeting people, and also building my following. So building your presence, building your network, you know, extending your reach to those people who could be helpful for you down the road. So vital, so important, and so awesome to be able to start that in high school. You got so much life ahead of you.
Absolutely. Now, what advice do you have for college students who are trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Because I know that some of the dining halls don't have the healthiest foods. I know that when I was in college, it wasn't always the healthiest. So what advice do you have for them who want to stay healthy, eat healthy, stay fit, that kind of thing?
You know, it's unfortunate that to be healthy today takes a lot of money. You know, like juices are $11. You know, organic food is so much more expensive. It's unfortunate because the better thing for you should be easier for you to get, and that's just not the case. You know, you go to McDonald's, you get a whole meal that's roast for $1. You know, so when in high school, one of the biggest, you know, things that doesn't work for us women is more the alcohol than the food. The alcohol instantly sticks to your body and store the alcohol like fat, which is why we have that thing called the freshman 15, and girls kind of start to see like, you know, that belly bulge a little bit, and everyone gets a little puffy. It's because of how our body's retaining the alcohol. So here's a way to kind of treat that system too. There's something called charcoal pills, and there's also something called chlorella. And you can look them up and do your research for your own. But if you are going out on the town and you are going to have, you know, more than 1 or 2 drinks, which I never recommend you do anyway. Like, do you really need 3 or 4? You know, 1 or 2 is usually enough. You know, right? So take a charcoal pill and then drink a whole glass of water, because it'll help the blood, it'll help align your body better, it'll help absorb that alcohol in your system. So research some things that could possibly be healthier for you, because in college you have to have fun, you have to go out, you have to be social. So those are some tips. But then also when it comes to food, having your own food, don't rely on, you know, what's available in the cafeteria. I know could cost, you know, some money as well, but if you're going to spend money, it should be on things that you put into your body. That's my motto. You know, I much rather purchase a workout DVD and work out in my apartment than not be able to buy the organic food in the grocery store and spend money on a gym membership. So what could you, you know, spend less money on so that you can spend more money on some healthier alternatives? There are so many alternatives out there that some of us don't know about, like quinoa and farro and barley and wheat germ. Those are all other carbohydrates. You don't always need to turn to pasta or potatoes or white bread. So, you know, sticking to the healthier alternatives is always better. I personally try to go for a vegetarian vegan diet, which I think also works better for my body. It takes so much for us women to break down meat and processed meat. Especially for girls who, you know, we all have our menstrual cycle. It's so much better not to put those hormones and pesticides in our body. So if you can avoid some of those things and stick to alternatives, definitely better. I also love coconut water. It's usually in my fridge at all times. And if you do work out, a little coconut water before or after is great to rehydrate yourself. Also great for the skin and hair and nails.